I keep forgetting. So, yay, garden tours. In trying to get the fall vegetable garden planted and topping this bed, there are hundreds or thousands of tomato seedlings that have popped up from the ripe fruit we didn't harvest and things. Like, there's just all of these are tomato seedlings. It's October tomatoes. What are you doing? But yeah, more cabbages. Hopefully we'll have more cabbages and kale. And all of this is like getting planted out. That's a disaster that I need to weed out and top. That's a disaster I need to weed out and top. But this is all next year's garlic that is planted and happy and growing and setting down roots. These will be the squash beds. I still need to put down more landscaping fabric to make the pathways. That is the new fall bed that is planted out entirely from transplants from the first row of fall garden. This little thing there will go away and that will be path, so there will be plenty of space between the squash and that bed. There are still some weird blueberries, and I tried to transplant some red currants in that row, so for now that gets to live and try to survive another day. And then the very front row has raspberry canes in it, so there's raspberries and then perennial herbs and salads, and we'll see. The first row has a bunch of perennials in it and herbs, and then this will be more of like constant rotation. But yeah, so we'll see. It's working. It's getting there. So eventually I'll build the high tunnel beds and build a cover, and everything that's in that giant pile will get mulched down to make the pathways, and I'll clear out these last squash plants. We have tons of mushrooms growing in the soil, which is generally good. It means that we have lots of bioactivity. You can see more tomato seedlings that have lost their minds. I seeded this with Mizuna, and so all of these little red seedlings will hopefully be mustards for the winter. Yeah, and then I did the same. I put a bunch of different kales in here when the tomatoes were still going, and so there is little tomato plant seedlings there. We'll see if we get any of the kales to come up. Yeah, there's like one here, but I think they might be getting eaten. So if it doesn't happen, it's fine. This bed is full of tomato seedlings and one very beautiful purple mushroom. It's chaos, but it's my chaos and we'll make it better in time. And yeah, it's working. It'll be fine. And then I'm gonna build compost beds in here. As you can see, more purple mushrooms, more mushrooms. All of that's good. That's good. Soil health and biology, breaking it down. It's good. It'll work. And if I trusted they were edible, we would eat them and it would be more food. But I don't. So they just get to amend the soil. Yeah. I don't know. I'm accidentally a farmer. Some of it looks good. Some of it's just chaos. Because it's just chaos. And we will see what happens. Because I ain't gonna pretend to be an expert about this. This will be my squash bed. I'm just waiting for everything to die. Because it's still like trying to set corn. Like silly things. And that's just corn from the chicken's feed. So when I pull them up, I just give them the whole stalks and they get to eat them. And it's fun for them to play with. Yeah, sunflowers, same thing from their feed. No idea what the variety is, but they're pretty. This squash has seen better days. Eventually, this will all be done. It has a soaker hose in it. And then I'm just gonna cover it with weed fabric and put everything, like put some compost down to cure in place, cover it with weed fabric, and then next summer we'll plant squash in this and it will be our squash row. So yeah, we have a plan. The blueberries are finally turning to fall and it's a Silent Hill kind of day on the farm. And this has the promise of lots of future harvests, which is pretty cool. And who knows, maybe we'll get artichokes next year. Who knows? But yeah, we've got lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. Probably too much stuff. It's okay. That's chaos. It's chaos. I need to build a frame probably for the raspberry canes to lean against, but that's future Lauren problems. These are brassicas for next year. Again, future Lauren problems. We'll see. It's a good day to work outside, but not a very pretty day. It is gonna start raining soon, so I need to do this before the rain comes. That's next year's perennials. Sorry for the tractor. Annuals and some weeds. It's good. Salads and carrots and beets. Artichokes. More salads, carrots, beets. Herbs. This is almost entirely herbs. Cabbages and beets. Herbs and strawberries and mint. Chinese cabbages, Napa cabbage, and carrots. We'll see if anything happens there. This was the kale and salad seed bed. I transferred a bunch out. We have a whole bunch of these little mushrooms growing in here. This is winter salad and herbs, so that's mush. Radishes, beets and onions, and clearly some grass growing in my beets. It's fine. More beets, lavender, and thyme, and some sorrels coming up through there. Over this row of dormant, hopefully currants and blueberries. There's cabbages that I transplanted yesterday from over there, and beets that I transplanted from over there, but I didn't water them in because it's supposed to rain. It will rain, they'll get it together, but they're going to be mad at me. It's fine. These are the same that I transplanted from over there, and some carrot seeds got in this bed. I think it was carrot. Pretty sure it wasn't dill. We'll see. It'll be something. Onions and kales, and onions and kale and cabbage. I have covered all of this. Don't mind the motorcycle. These two big beds will be the pumpkin beds next year. And trailing squashes. This has more purple mushrooms. Those have purple mushrooms. This has some kales in here that I started, but mostly volunteer tomatoes from the tomatoes I forgot to harvest. I threw some flower seeds in there. But yeah, it's very silly. We have a bunch of volunteer tomatoes all over, and then Mizuna, so that's on purpose. More mushrooms, garlic for next year, and yellow beets that were growing underneath the tomatoes. More cabbages, more, I don't remember, I think carrots, or I don't remember. That's not a good sign that I don't remember. It's fine, but some kind of brassica, mustard green, or Chinese cabbage and spinach maybe? I don't know. I need Trulies. It might be dill, might be fennel. I don't remember. This is weeds. It's fine. The beans I didn't take down that died. It's fine. More cabbages and kale. The high tunnel, that's a nightmare. The compost, that's kind of getting okay. The pile of things that need to get turned into wood chips. So all of the wood chips here are things we trimmed from the property. And then, things growing through because that's how they do. It's fine. But I've finished covering all of the rest of this. So we know what needs to get wood chipped out. I probably need to put down more pegs, but I ran out. So it's fine. It's what it is. The blueberry field looks like it's on fire. It's an autumnal wonder. I cannot complain about any of this, and we haven't even been here a year. So that any of this exists and makes food, I'm just trying to not beat myself up about it, because it's a lot, and we have children, and I have a full-time job. So, yeah, this is the hobby. It's becoming easier to maintain and more organized in a way that I think will be awesome next year. But I have to remind myself This is the hobby. This is for fun. It should not stress me out. And these systems should make it easier for all of us to maintain. And yeah, we still have sunflowers and somehow corn in what will be the squash row next year, and a sea of burgundy and orange and yellow blueberry bushes that are going into dormancy and just look like fall is on fire in the most glorious way. Thanks for watching.